Straight out of
NASA City, Houston, Texas.
Get ready for Tejano Time Podcast. Houston, Texas, tonight.
Giving you the news you can use and bringing you the hottest interviews in the Tejano industry.
It's about to go down with your host, Keith Leal. Houston, Texas.
Are you ready? Let's go.
Tejano Time Podcast starts
Now.
Please welcome your host, Keith Leal.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Another episode here of Tejano Time Podcast. Hope you guys are enjoying your Monday evening. And I would like to welcome for the first time here to the show as a great artist, Tejano artist, man. We're talking about Mr. Roel Martinez. Welcome to the show, my brother. Happy to have you.
Here, man. Thank you very much. Finally, I get to make your show, man.
Yes, I know.
So, hey, pero felicidades, man. Congratulations on your show. I know you're going on almost 2 years on it already.
Almost 2 years, yes.
Almost. So, felicidades. Thank you very much for all you do for our Tejano lovers out there that love Tejano music and what you do for all the artists, man, in the industry. Thank you so much.
Hey, no problem. Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much, Roel. Guys, let's get started here with this this broadcast, this interview here with Mr. Roel. Again, we're happy to have him on the show. He's got some great music. He's had some great music out. And he's got new tunes right now that we're going to get to here in the show. También, and we also have a video from his last recording, También, that we're going to get to. But tell everybody a little bit about yourself, Roel, right quick. I know you probably get tired of answering that question over and over and over again. But for the fans out there, some of the newcomers that are out there that up and just getting into the Tejano scene that don't know where you're from and
exactly.
All that. Let them know.
Of course. Seguro que sí. My name is Roel Martinez, and I hail from Laredo, Texas, over here in the South Texas. I've been in the industry for about over 30 years, except I was out for about 15 years. But I've been in the industry for a while, man. Back in the 90s with the Manny Guerra years.
Yes.
And of course with the Grupo Rodeo from San Antonio with Capital EMI. And man, took a little hiatus there, but Mother Nature took over my health a little bit, and I had to take a little break, but I'm back. And we always talk about this because it doesn't get old. It's like it gets old, but it doesn't get old because a lot of people that haven't heard it, or begin to new fans of Roel Martinez don't know who I am, and I have to talk about it every podcast or every interview I do because they ask me the same thing. What happened to you, or talk a little about yourself. But yeah, man, I took a little break for about 15 years, which is a lot, but.
Went by pretty damn quick. Huh?
It did, man. It did. It's like maybe for real. It took like maybe for me, it was 15 years, but parece que nomás fueron como 3 años, man. But we started back again, man. Y le doy las gracias a Dios that I'm back and doing what I love to do, man, which is singing, and God gave me another opportunity to be here and just demonstrating el don que me dio Dios, que es mi voz. So, estoy muy agradecido con Dios y muy agradecido con la gente que, that love Tejano music and love my music and all new fans that we keep on getting through social media and all that stuff. So, un saludo para toda la gente ahí de Facebook and of course through your show and my social media platforms and all that. And saludo para todos.
Yes, and a big shout out to everybody that's watching también on Tejano TV this evening as well. We're streaming it live. Yes, definitely.
Yes, saludos para todos Tejano TV. Yes, of course.
And so how did you reconnect with your fan base and build momentum after being away so long? 15 years, like I said.
Well, yeah, it was 15 years after what happened to me. And Chris Rodriguez approached me from 281. And we decided to do a CD together. And then we just parted ways, because... sometimes you have differences and stuff like that. And you want to do your own thing, of course, and he wants to do his own thing. So we decided to do a CD, which was really good, because it was, back stepping my feet back again to la onda, So
right,
we did really good. We had, of course, Agüita Melón with Huawei from the musicales and stuff like that. So we had really good tunes out there. So that gave me the opportunity of coming back. And then, hooked up with Miguel Hernandez, another Tejano artist. And of course, he's been my producer ever since. And we did Soñador de Amor. and it really did really good for me, man. It was like, man, I was like, wow, especially having a musician and caliber of Miguel Hernandez, and of course not only Miguel Hernandez but Aaron Holler, on
Oh
drums,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then I only thought he was a drummer, but man, resultó that man he's an engineer, mix and master. He's a genius, man.
yeah.
That guy's a genius, bro. He's a gem, man.
Yeah,
You
I've heard a
know,
lot of great things about Darren. Yeah,
yeah, he's mixed and mastered and of course recorded my drums and stuff like that, and he does awesome, man. I can't rely, and I always tell him, it's the song is done, and do your magic, and then he just tells me, what do you want or whatever, and he
yeah,
sends me when he finishes, and I tell him, cut this or what, put a little bit over here, but I leave it up to him. Back, he knows his job, he knows what the people want. He knows what has to be heard in the radio or in your car and stuff like that, sound wise and stuff like that. So,
oh yeah,
I'm not an
yeah.
engineer, so
Right.
he does all the magic behind the scenes, man. So, because that to Miguel and of course Aaron Holler, and I'll mention all my crew that I have right now. But so
Oh
far,
yeah.
we're talking about just glad to be back in La Onda and just grinding, man. And I'm
Just
taking it for one more time, man. Taking it right for
yeah.
one more time, man.
Yes, just strap on that seatbelt and then
Yeah,
just
exactly.
yep. So before we also continue here, Roel, we would like to congratulate you también on winning male vocal performance of the year
Yeah.
2024 for what is it, the
Tejano
Premios
Mundial.
Tejano Mundial. Yes.
Yeah, yes. I want to thank Tejano Premio Mundial, Frank, and of course, and all the crew out there from the Premios Tejano Mundial. It's an awesome awards, and they're going to be growing up. They're going to be growing, man. They're growing.
Yes. Oh yeah.
It's a really good awards, and the awards itself, it's beautiful. It's glass. It's heavy.
Yeah.
It's just it's beautiful.
You're
I
right.
had I had the pleasure of being nominated last year as well, and but this year we took 1 out of 2, and I'm real grateful for that, and we expect a lot more things coming up this year, man.
And you also got recognized there from Webb County también, huh?
Yeah,
They gave you a
yeah.
good plaque there, huh?
Here in
Several of
my
them, not just one. You had a couple
yes,
of them, huh?
exactly. We had I had the honor of the county, Webb County here in Laredo, Texas, to recognize me for this beautiful award that they gave me, man.
There it is. There
You
it is,
know,
ladies and gentlemen.
it's beautiful Tejano, Tejano Music Recording Academy, and they recognized me
Amazing.
in the Webb County of my city of Laredo, and then of course the city of Laredo as well.
Hmm.
Recognized me with the mayor and all city council and all that stuff. So that was awesome. Being here from Laredo, and there's been a lot of good talent here in Laredo. You got
Yeah. Oh
Peter,
yeah.
of course you got Mr. Peter Studio, and of course the legend himself, Mr. Beto Ramon, the songwriter.
Oh yeah.
So
Beto.
we've had good talent here from Laredo, and there's still talent here. That needs to get recognized
Recognized.
and heard.
Hmm.
And we're like the older generation of the Tejano music, like including myself and of course Mr. Pira Studio and Beto Ramon. But there's a lot of talent out here. I mean, I'm I'm going to feature now this girl from here from Laredo.
Okay.
She's a singer as well. She's a young singer. She's like maybe 20, early 20s, man. And she sings really beautiful. So I'm gonna start getting her on my shows and stuff like that. Get her feet wet, and maybe we can work on something for herself as well.
Awesome. That's
So
amazing, man. That is this. Like you said, you got the old schoolers there, so they're trying to,
yeah,
educate the youngers and just, I mean, let young folks out there, the younger generation out there that are getting into the scene. That's awesome, man. That's
exactly.
awesome.
I mean, we got to pass it down to our next generation, because
Exactly.
we ain't getting any younger.
Any younger?
You know what I mean?
Hell no.
So we got to pass our music to our new generation, so it won't die. I mean, Tejano won't. I mean, Tejano's always going to be there, man. Tejano's always going to be there, but we just gotta make it like it was before.
Right. Yeah.
Back in the 80s, 90s. When you have those
Mhm.
young crowd going to our festivals and stuff like that, because in reality, we all see it.
Yeah.
We go to concerts or we go anywhere and it's Tejano music, and it's our age. When Tejano was booming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't see that younger crowd when I was growing up, and I was 14, 15 years old. I would go to the dances
Mm-hmm.
because you don't see that age era and like we used to before. So we need to get that age back to follow Tejano, man.
Oh yeah,
You know.
definitely educate them, bring
Well,
them,
that comes out,
get them youngsters.
and that's and it stalls at it all starts at the household, man. Passing
Yeah.
that new generation of music. My kids are all grown up, but I mean, they all. I mean, one of my boys would come with music from like banda and that stuff, like other kinds of music. Now
Yeah.
we're like, where are you hearing that? He goes, in school. That's what they like. But that's what was going on.
Mhm.
So we got to get that new generation, going again.
Definitely.
You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, again, it's nothing wrong with the banda, and there's nothing wrong with that stuff. I'm just not a fan of it. Never have been.
No.
I mean, I've always, I grew up around that. You know what I mean? My father's is a broadcaster, and he's been doing that for so many years. Almost damn near 50 now. Years, 48, or something like that, 49 years. But I was brought up around Tejano music. You know what I mean? From
Exactly.
back in the late 80s. And then the 90s is where I begun at a young age, and then my teens, the radio show there on the weekends and stuff like that. But, that's how I was brought up. I have never been a fan of that. I've never been a fan of, other types,
Well, the thing is, we back then when we were growing up, all we heard over here either was conjunto or
hmm
tejano and stuff like. I mean, we
right,
didn't have any banda, or stuff like in California and all that stuff, But
right.
when you talk about banda right now, it's like in the era when my kids were going to school,
hmm
and it started hitting over here too. We would never hear it over here.
Yeah.
So it started hearing it. It's a fad, it's the movement that's going on, and I don't
Yeah.
got nothing against any
No,
any
no,
kind of
no.
music. It's just what's hitting, and we see it through our eyes with the new generation.
Yes.
We're like, wow, where did you hear that? So is that what they're playing now? Where that's where everybody hears that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I
Yeah.
wish it was Tejano though.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm back in it, Keith. Because I mean, I grew up as a Tejano fan.
Mhm.
That's where I grew up myself. I mean, I've always loved music. My dad was a musician. He's to play singing trios back in the day. So I come from a genes from him for musically inclined. Like that. And then of course you could see with Di Marie, with my nephew David as well.
Mhm.
You know, they all have it in their blood because of my
Yeah.
dad. It's their grandpa, and he's my dad,
Mhm.
and I got it from him.
Yeah.
And I see it with my grandkids now.
See?
Man, they love hearing I go pick them up and, Grandpa, I want to hear your new song, and they want to hear it and they like it. So
Yeah,
that's
gotta
our job to keep on,
to keep it going. Yes.
keep it going.
Exactly. Yeah, I had a tough time with my children. Well, they're not in their late 20s. They're both married, but at an early age, they knew the music. Growing up around it, and I got a phone call from my son one day. He's like, "Dad, I need you to send me some good music, some Tejano music." And the
Oh,
guy's a rocker. You know what I mean? He's like a
yeah.
hardcore metal dude, and I'm like, "What?" For sure. Dang, don't ask me again. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it your way. Because it's something that was like what? Because I tried when they were younger. I mean, like I said, they were around it. They know what it is. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with it. But he just went on his way and did his own thing. But it's good now that he's into it.
Yeah, yeah.
So no matter what age, they're still young in the 20s, late 20s.
Yeah.
Come on,
My kids,
that's perfect age.
my kids are the same. One of my oldest son, man, he's into 50s music, bro.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, yeah,
Wow.
he's
Yeah.
on to the 50s music back in the day, bro. I never showed him any music like that because I used to hear with my dad, of course, but he's all into the 50s music, bro.
Yeah.
How? I have no idea. But I'm serious.
No clue.
We could be driving out of town, and me and my wife, and he's listening to those 50s music, and my wife's like, "Yeah, go take that off." And what? This is music, but they still love Tejano music because of I'm his
Mm,
dad, But they
right.
still love music. They still love Tejano music, but everybody has their own style,
Their own style.
like him,
Yeah.
um, he loves 50s music, and then the other one, he loves country. He loves Peso Pluma and all that, Banda MS and all that kind of, but he loves all kinds of music,
Yeah.
and then, but of course, he loves Tejano.
Loves Tejano.
Yeah. My other son, he loves Little Wayne and all that rapping stuff and all that stuff, but he still loves Tejano. My daughter, she's the oldest. She loves rock, but she still loves Tejano because she grew it. She grew up around it. But they all have different kinds of styles of music that they love, man. Yeah. It's crazy, but
it is. Yeah, it definitely is. And I'm going to send some shout outs here before they get blocked out here. Not blocked out, but they get overwhelmed here. Lily Rendon is just tuned in.
Oh, there, I can see it there. There you go.
Yes. Nice. Lily there. We got David over in Oakland is watching.
Oakland,
California.
Nice. Saluditos para David.
Yes, yes. Saludos, Roel. This is somebody who's watching actually in our group right now.
Well, saludos.
I'll get the name to those guys in just a few minutes.
Saludos to all the folks out there. Monterrey, yes. Mexico. That's another. Dice, saludos de Monterrey. Un gusto saludarte en Fanfare, canal. Julio, muchísimo gusto. Fue el mío también. Sí me acuerdo que me dijiste que era de Monterrey. There was a guy there from Monterrey. And, but man, necesitas que venir a tocar acá a Monterrey. And I said, man, they've been asking me to go up there in Monterrey, San Luis Potosí and stuff like that. So, and I said, I don't know who to talk to. He goes, no, I'll get you through Messenger. Like, hey, you can find me through Messenger, man. I just need the right people to go up there, man. He goes, no, I know the folks from Nortex and all that stuff. It's a big, festival that they do over there in Monterrey, Nortex. You see, you have the Debelido, Bobby Pulidos, and all the Tejano, mainly all the big Tejano bands go up there. It's called Nortex in Monterrey. So it's a pretty big event, man. It's a lot of people out there in Monterrey.
Yeah, it'd be a great event to check out there.
Saludos, amigos. Puro Pelo Talk Show.
Yes.
Great guys. Gotta get to those guys, man. Yeah.
Yes, awesome.
But, y le quiero mandar un saludo para todos los de Monterrey que están viendo. Un saluditos porque, over there in Monterrey, man, they love Tejano music, bro. They love Tejano music, man. And, there's different areas in San Nicolás and, Guadalupe. And they love Tejano music, man. I'm serious. They love Tejano music, which is awesome.
Yeah. He doesn't. Yeah,
which is awesome because we're jumping to Mexico and for Mexico to be loving our music of Tejano music. It's awesome because there's a lot of groups out there from Mexico that we love as well. Yeah. But getting our music up there to Mexico is pretty neat, man. And especially Mexico loving Tejano music. That's awesome, man.
Oh yeah.
I would love to go up there. I would love to go play in Mexico.
Yeah, definitely. That would be awesome. That would be a great thing. Danny Noyola and Alma.
Saluditos para Danny and Alma. Saluditos.
Yes,
thank you so much.
Irene Mendoza también is watching. Hello, Roberto Martinez.
Saluditos, Irene. How you doing? Fuerte abrazo para todos ustedes. Gracias.
Yes, let us know where you're watching from, guys. Definitely let us know where you're watching from.
Yeah, if you have any questions for me, shoot. Robert, Baby Cruz. Saluditos para Robert. How you doing, Robert?
Yes, Robert is there tuned in también. Joe, we got Mr.
Bendiciones. Was that Joe Almaguer?
Yes, definitely Joe.
He's my right hand man. We got to talk about him in a bit. He's the one that he does all the behind the scenes in my social media. Joe Almaguer and of course Fer Wong. She's from Monterrey. And they work all my social media. And actually, Joe just joined Bobby Pulido's band as a percussionist.
Okay.
Cool. He plays percussion for me too, but now he's with Bobby Pulido. So, todos se me van.
Yeah.
It
happens.
I give them the opportunity, and they all leave.
And they all leave.
Right. They leave me myself. No, I'm just playing.
Edinburgh.
Texas. Salud para Edinburgh. Salud para todos los del Valle, para todos los del Bayuco.
Yes,
that's another place. That's another. I gotta go play up down there in the valley, man. They play my music a lot. I can mention stations, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, salud para Mario Facundo from, of course, from Super Tejano 102.1 and yeah, Mando San Roman and all those people out there that it was hard for me to get played down there, but man, they play my music now, so I want to thank them. and of course, it was for of course Myra D. Who doesn't know Myra
Oh
D?
yes, who doesn't know
You know,
Myra? Myra
she's exactly
Cielo.
so exactly Cielo Entertainment. So Felicidad is now on her doing her bookings and stuff like that she's doing now. So
Oh yeah,
she's another part of my team, Myra D. Of course, real proud to have her, man, because she gives me a lot of word of encouragement, and sometimes
see, yeah,
sometimes it's hard for me because sometimes I came into I left the industry and in a way that I couldn't sing anymore,
mm.
and I came back and it's like, man, I was like, maybe it was gonna be a lot better, it's easier. Welcome back, Roel. Yeah. Welcome back. So it's a hard, man. We love to do what we do, man.
yeah,
But it's kind of hard to sometimes get that opportunity to go play. You
yeah,
know, and
for
it's
sure.
like we sometimes a lot of it's like in fanfare. Everybody over 200 bands live for free in fanfare. I mean, unfortunately, that's the only time they can shine
Yeah,
in
yeah,
fanfare, and
fanfare.
that's including myself. I include myself in there. I don't mind. I mean, I know I'm starting back again. The only advantage that I have is that they know me from Grupo Rodeo and back in the day and stuff like that. So that gives me a little heads up on that aspect. But I'm still struggling, man. We're still struggling to get opportunity to go play and radio stations to play me.
Yeah.
And I can't go play
Um,
anywhere if they don't play my music because I mean, if you don't get heard,
yeah,
nobody's gonna know who
it's
you are.
exactly. Yeah,
So it's hard.
definitely.
It's kind of hard, and sometimes it's frustrating, but we got to keep on doing what we're doing, man. And everybody tells me the same thing. Just keep on recording, man. Putting new music in, and eventually somebody's gonna have to,
Somebody.
and just and let it go and get you an opportunity. So that's what I'm gonna
Hmm.
keep on doing now. So
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, just like keep your head up. It's gonna get there, man. Just like I said, if everybody can just jump on that wagon and play the music, you know what I mean, and just give it a shot. You never know. You never know what could happen.
yeah, I
Much love
mean,
from Chicago.
Salito para
That's right.
todo Chicago, man. I used to go up there with back in the rodeo days, man. Chicago, Michigan, Oregon and Florida, and I've been up there myself, but you know it's been a long time since I've been up there, and,
Been up there.
and like they call me from up there. Hey, come and play over here and stuff like that. And I just gotta get the right people to go up there.
Hmm.
They love the Hello music, and since they don't have too much bands that go up there, when you go up there, you know it's always packed because
Always.
because I mean they don't see too much Tejano up there,
Yeah, not
so
often.
when you get a good Tejano band to go up there from Texas and I mean and there's some other bands from up there north, that they
Hmm.
have, but when you have bands that go up there and play and bring that Tejano music to their ears up there in the north, man, that they show up, they
They
show
show
up,
up. Yes,
yeah.
definitely. Yep. Everybody over in Klamath Falls, Oregon, también has got
Klamath
us tuned in.
Falls,
Lansing,
Oregon,
Michigan in
Lansing,
the
yeah,
house.
Lansing, Michigan, another place we used to
Mm,
go up there, man.
yep.
Lansing, Michigan.
Para
Yeah.
Francisco
So
Lopez en Laredo también.
Francisco Lopez, yeah, saluditos, salud para Frank Lopez,
Yeah. Carlos
para
P.
todos los que están
Garcia.
bien. Hey, Carlos, Carlos always joining us, man.
Saludos.
He's a
Yes.
good friend, man. Good friend, great talent as
Great
well.
guy.
So
Great guy. Yes.
yeah,
Arlington as well. Greetings from Arlington, Texas. Great interview. Keith Leal with Roel Martinez. Enjoying it. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to tune in as well.
Arlington. So I'm pretty sure she's a Rangers fan.
Yes. And
Let
he's
me see
checking
what's
the
going on
score
over
right
here.
quick out there.
Yeah, we just went up. Astros just went up 7-5. I'm an Astros fan, so I'm watching my game over here and doing my interview.
There you go. That's it. Doesn't get any better
Yeah.
than that, guys.
So
Right?
yeah. So saludos para todos de Arlington.
There you go. Mexican
Mexican
Fiesta.
Fiesta
Yes.
in
Milwaukee,
August.
Wisconsin.
We didn't we
Hmm.
didn't we didn't we didn't make it this year. I was hoping I would go up there this August, but hopefully we can make it the following year. We're in the works on doing that, but they already got the lineup. So I mean, really nice people up there, Fer Salinas, and all the wonderful people out there. And I got good friends in the Mexican fiesta up there, man. We always have a blast when I've been there twice, and
Mm-hmm.
man, we have a blast going up there because there's a lot of Tejanos that go up there and go check the music out.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Um,
definitely. So we're gonna
Eileen Figueroa and all
all the
them, yeah,
yeah.
nice people up there.
Name sounds very familiar. Martinez Steven,
Marti-
Martinez.
yeah. So yeah, salud para Steven. Steven's always in the mix, man. He's
Yeah.
a great friend of mine that we go way back in the years when I was with a Shelly Ladders band. She was I've known Steve since back in the day when I was with Shelly. We're like maybe like 17, 18 years old, man, when we used to hang out in San Antonio. So
See?
Richard Colchado, tell para Richard Colchado. He's I believe from Fort Worth area. Fort Worth,
Fort
Dallas
Worth.
area. Yeah.
Yes, got a lot of people tuned in today. Yep.
Saluditos, go the Tecos. We have a team here from Mexican side, and they're called los Tecolotes de los Dos Laredos, because they play half of their season in Laredo, Texas, and the other half in Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas, which is Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a AAA team.
Okay.
It's a Mexican league,
Mm-hmm.
and over there you have a lot of players from the major leagues that play up there. So actually, we had 2 years ago, we had Reddick from the Astros. He was playing.
Okay.
He was playing with some team from the Mexico team, and we saw him here in Laredo. Took a picture with him, and the previous year, that's when he had won a championship with the Astros. So
Yeah.
you see a lot of major league players in the Mexican league, and we get to see them here in Laredo. So we have a
Cool.
team called Los Tecolotes de los Dos Laredos. They call them Dos Laredos because they play in Laredo,
Yeah.
Texas, and they play in Nuevo Laredo, Mexico.
Good
So that's
deal.
awesome. We got baseball here in Laredo. It's a baseball town, baseball city.
Yeah. That is it. I got this this here right here from this guy right here claims that he wrote a song on your upcoming album. No, I'm just kidding, Jonathan.
Jonathan wrote a song for Roel's upcoming. Yes, he did, man. It's a beautiful ballad, and I've had this ballad for a while already, man. So
Yeah.
yeah.
For a while.
Actually, I believe Jonathan told Miguel, "Hey, you know what? I got this tune. I think it'll fit Roel." So Miguel got it. He sent it to me. As soon as I heard it, man, I fell in love with it, man. And
Awesome.
so we should be recording it real soon because I got to finish my CDs, and it should be out. My new CD should be out in May 24th, something like that. So yeah, Jonathan, it's part of my songs in my upcoming CD, man.
Yeah, he's got some great stuff out there. He actually put out a song también as well. Is doing very well out here.
Yeah, he's a
So,
great
yeah.
songwriter, man. Great
Yeah.
songwriter. So salud para Jonathan out there in Florida,
Yes, Florida.
because he's from
Yeah.
Florida, and of course there's another talent over there, Jesse Villarreal, who's also from
También
Florida as
Jesse.
well, man.
Yeah.
Jesse Villarreal, and actually he had given me some songs, but we didn't record him on this one, so I still have them there. So the last time I spoke to him, he was like, "Hey, I didn't hear him in my songs." I said, "They're gonna be there, brother. They're gonna be there." It's kind of tough because sometimes you get songwriters that send you material, and I hear it, and then I said, "Oh man, I love this song. Let me keep it." And I have it there, and then I hear another song, and it's like, oh man. Sometimes you have a lot of songs that you don't know which ones to get. So
To get yeah. It's put
but
on
yeah,
there.
I mean, I have songs that that I'm gonna leave behind, but I'm leaving behind because I'm gonna work on the next one as soon as this one comes out.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
gonna start working on the other ones as soon as we finish this one. So
There you
salud,
go.
Roel
Yeah.
and Keith, puro Tejano. Saluditos,
Yes.
Pablo.
Pablo
Saluditos.
Urbina, La Traición.
Yeah.
Good deal. Great guy right there as well, man.
Yeah,
Thanks
it's
for
La
tuning in,
Traición.
brother.
And I've known him for a long time, man.
Rey
Well,
Villanueva.
Fargo, North Dakota. Man, it's super cold up there, no?
Right. Wish it was down like that over here. It's not too. It's
Man.
not too bad right now here, but we're
Well,
gonna start getting
Laredo-
pretty hot. We'll be wishing for that in a couple
Oh
of
man,
months.
you wanna see hot? Come to Laredo.
Oh, right.
It gets hot.
Right here we got Mr. Javier González, de parte de los Delta Boys.
Los
Saludos.
Delta Boys, salud para los Delta Boys de parte de los Salty Dog, a drummer. He knows them real good. The Delta Boys,
Sí.
so
Yeah. Good deal. Good deal.
Saluditos.
So we got Mr. Roel Martinez here with us here. I got a couple more questions before we get to your new track, and then we got a video that we want to share with everybody out there as well. How do you balance staying true to your roots, man, and while evolving, as an artist yourself,
You know what? I grew up in this industry, as a fan. So it doesn't, you know, take too much to stay in my roots, because I mean, I tend not to follow on the other path because I love Tejano music. I grew up with it, and like I said, I love all kinds of music. I praise a lot of groups, new groups coming up. That's one thing I learned when I first started. Not to be envy, not to be envidioso. And stuff like that. We're all humans.
Yeah.
Siempre hay envidia donde quiera.
Oh yeah.
Siempre hay envidia donde quiera. Either you can be a disc jockey or wherever you want to be, but there's envidia. It exists. It'll never go away. But you have to put a line between
Exactly.
how being envidioso and just praising stuff. And I learned that when I was about 17 years old.
Yeah.
How not to be envidioso and no te llega para una parte. It's not going to help you. It's not good for you anyway.
Oh yeah. No,
And
not at all.
I always praise. I mean, I always praise new people coming up, man. If I love the way he's singing, I was like, man, I love that kid how he sings, man. It's like all these groups when COVID hit, it's like
Oh yeah.
Grupo Secreto and all these Frontera and all those groups that came up, and it was like, man. I mean, I praise those guys right now because I mean, look what they're doing for
The
and you can and so there's always a debate on that on Frontera. They're Tejano, they're not Tejano. Man, it's just they're
let's
just
just enjoy
cumbias,
it.
It's
Just
just
embrace it
enjoy
and
it.
and and,
Exactly.
and, and enjoy it. Yeah.
They're from Texas. They're from the Valley. Hey, if they don't want to call themselves Tejano, they don't. Bro, it's still cumbia. And it's our generation. It's what we grew up with.
Exactly.
It's just a little style that they have, and it's awesome, bro. It's man.
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah.
can you say, man? It's just praise them and y que le sigan adelante.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you know.
For sure. There's no doubt about that. Some music, the same music with a twist is what Pablo says right here. So
Say music with a twist, exactly, man. It's exactly, and it's sometimes when you say, well, I sometimes I hear groups that say, no, we did the song and we did it our own style, and I said, man, cumbia is a cumbia beat. You're always gonna
mhm.
hear the same way.
Yeah.
That's what it is. If you're gonna put accordion, you're gonna put accordion. But when groups say, we made it our own style, what style is it? Because I hear it the same.
Exactly.
I hear the same as the other group that just played. I hear, so when you say we did it our own thing, cumbias are the same, rancheras are still the same. The only thing that's gonna change is the ones who's singing it.
Bottom
That's
line.
about it. Bottom line.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's the only change that's gonna be, unless that guy sings like another band or another guy that's in the industry, But everybody has their own style. I mean, and now when I say style, I'm talking about the vocalist
Right. Right.
because you can hear the song. Man, it sounds like the other group. Like I said, it's a cumbia. Everybody has a cumbia beat.
Hmm.
Everybody has. The thing is, the only difference is the guy who's singing it. That's
Yeah.
gonna change it. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I never compete with nobody, man. My band never competes with nobody, and I always tell my band, I don't want to hear you say, "Man, we sounded better. We kicked their ass, or, we kicked their butt, because we sounded better." But I don't want to hear that because we're not here to compete with nobody else. I'm
Right.
not
Right.
here to compete with another vocalist. I'm not here to compete with Graham J or my mentors or whatever. I
Hmm.
do what I love to do because that's the way I do. When I perform, I love to perform and I love to entertain. I love to interact with the people. I like to get off on the tables, and that's just the way I am.
Yeah.
And when I go back to being, envidioso, I don't want to mention names, but I was talking about this also, me, because I do what I do on stage, and sometimes other artists or whatever they look at me and they probably think that I'm trying to overdo them or outshine them or what's this. It's not that. It's just
Yeah,
that's the way I
that's the way
entertain.
you are.
That's the way I am. It's not my fault that just you want to be like a wiper and singing and just what I mean.
You're right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But that's what I do, and I'm not trying to overshine anybody. I'm never trying to do that. I'll
Yeah,
never do that. It's just a way that's part of my show. That's part of my entertainment.
yeah.
And I have fun. It's like I always tell the guys, man, just have fun, bro. Just have fun.
Just
If
go
you
out there.
make a mistake, nobody's gonna notice.
Yeah,
People are not gonna notice you made a mistake on a wrong note. The only people who are gonna notice are if you have musicians in the back or
yeah.
musicians in the front looking at you.
Front and looking at you. Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
what I was gonna say.
So because and I always put an example because of my wife. We can be listen to whatever and there's a band playing. I go, oh yeah, I heard that. Did you hear that? The wrong notes. My wife goes, what? What do you mean? It sounded good. Exactly. That's what I refer at. People that they love to go see music. They want to hear music. They don't. If you're not a musician, and you have the ear. You'll hear everything perfect. You're like,
Yeah,
man, se inventaron, and. But if you know music and you hear a wrong note here, a wrong note over there, you'll notice it.
you'll notice it.
But you know what? We're here for the people. We're not here for other bands to hear us out or anything. We're here to compete for the people.
For
If
people.
if they like you, they're gonna talk about you. If they don't like you, they're still gonna talk about you. But at least they're gonna be talking about you.
Yeah,
But my impression that I've always had is, every time we finish a show is, man, they sounded good.
hmm
Even though there's 5,
that's
10, 15, 20, 100 people, 1,000 people, because it's going to double next time. If you put
yeah,
a good show, it's going to double next time. Hey, man, you missed a hell of a show. This guy, the band is sounding good. And that's the way it's going to be. But you got to perform every time, even though there's five people or no people or whatever.
yeah.
You got to put. Back in the day, man, I remember, man. Back in the day, it was some bands that there's only 150 people now, and they will leave. We're not gonna go.
Yeah, I remember those days.
You remember?
Definitely.
It's
Yeah.
like, man, I don't care, man. Let's go. Let's do our show.
Hmm.
We got to put our name out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As a band. So my intentions are still the same, and I haven't changed, man. I haven't changed it, and it's about having fun and having a good time.
Oh, there you go. So this is what has changed, Roel. I know, again, you stepped away for about 15 years. So I wanted to ask you, 15 years, I guess, what year was that? Pretty much. So technology wise, when you
Oh
left,
yeah,
was it still a CD when you left?
yeah. It
Yeah.
was still a
So,
CD. Yeah,
so
it
how,
was
how
still a
well are
CD.
you adapting to this new stuff right now with all
Man,
the,
I'm still old school, man. Why do you think I have Joe? Why do you think I have Joe? Why do you think I have Miss Wong from Monterrey, man? Because I'm still old school, bro. And I'm not the type of I'm taking a picture here, I'm having a dinner here, and posting it on Facebook, and I'm not the type. I'm old school, and sometimes I'm like, oh man, they always tell me, and they get mad at me. Joe always gets mad at me because he goes, hey man, I need for you to do me a little reel, man, 20 seconds or whatever, and this. Okay, man, I'll do it for you. And I'm like, but I don't do it. I have to
right?
because of social media and all that stuff. But I'm old school, bro.
Yeah.
I've always been old school,
None
but
of that's on your plate.
none of that is on my plate. And they always get mad at me, man. Joe always gets on my tail because hey man, I told you I have to do this, and the girl from Monterrey, she's asking me that you told her you're gonna send her this and this. I already sent her a lot of pictures, man. I'm like, no, but she wants some reels, she wants a little video, and stuff like that. So he's always on my ass.
Yeah. That's Joe, right?
That's Joe. So
There you go.
yeah,
Well,
it's involved, bro. When I left, of course, yeah, we had cell phones, but we didn't have. There was internet. I remember. I'm trying to forget. I'm trying to remember, man. It was called La Onda Net. I don't even remember back in the day.
on that
It
net
was
sounds very
La,
familiar.
La La Onda Net, and that's where you would get all the feedback from any Tejano. They were based out of Fort Worth, Dallas area,
Hmm.
but they had their crowd anywhere, and the only way you could get it was through the internet. It was like through online, or I don't know what it was, but you had to get their www dot whatever on La Onda
Hmm.
Net, you
Yeah.
know, and that was the only thing that was back then, man. We
That
didn't have
was
any.
it.
Yeah, you didn't have no Facebook. So when I got it back into 2005, when I recorded Conquistando Fronteras, which was a CD of just cumbias and all that stuff. Raul Sanchez produced that CD for me. He goes, you know what? Let's change your style, man. Let's do some cumbias, but like more international and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was in 2005, and I said, well, I still wasn't myself. I still
Yeah.
wasn't myself because I didn't feel that comfortable yet, with my voice. But yeah, we recorded that song and nobody played me, man. I came back and nobody played me because
Nobody.
it wasn't Tejano.
Mm-hmm.
You
So
know,
yeah.
like
So go ahead. Go ahead.
no, it wasn't Tejano. I mean, they were all cumbias though.
Mm-hmm.
And but if you hear that CD, you hear it now with AJ Castillo, with
Okay. Okay.
yeah. So this guy goes, man, you know what? I think estábamos muy adelantados in 2005 with this, and we were. That guy he was all. I mean, that he's a monster as well. His name is Raul Sanchez. He's from He's originally from Laredo, but now he lives in San Antonio. He's been producing Jay Perez. I mean, David Garza, Sonny,
Mm-hmm.
Sauceda, and his mentality was really, I guess futuristic back then, man. Because
Yeah.
when it came out, they would tell me, man, why? Because they remember because of Rodeo, back in the day with Rodeo. They go, man, why are you recording this? And I said, well, I want to do something different, get the younger crowd, man.
Mm-hmm.
Get the younger crowd, man, back
Yeah.
into it, and that's why we did that CD. And he was like, man, I think we were so advanced, man, back in 2005, because I mean, you're talking about maybe 2010 when you started hearing that kind of music,
Mm-hmm.
the one
Oh,
I did in
okay.
2005.
Right.
And like I said, AJ Castillo was one of them that started recording stuff like I did back in the day.
See, and that's not the first time I've heard that, where a lot of bands were doing stuff it was just music that was more advanced than the rest, and
Exactly,
I guess that's
exactly.
where kind of the industry kind of like I don't know what you're saying, at a setback. You know what I mean? Where they just thought their music was a little advanced. I guess if everybody was on the same page and everybody went forward with it, it would have been different now, evolving wise. You know what I mean? Who knows? That's
No,
to be determined. You know what I mean? Pablo says here, cassette CDs, and we recorded on 2-inch tape. LOL. That was
Pablo
from
Urbina cassette CDs and we record on tapes.
that was
Man,
back.
I had the chance to actually I recorded the last era of the 45s with many records, man.
Yeah.
Remember the
Wow.
45s?
45s. Yes. Uh huh.
I had the chance to record the last era of when they stopped doing the 45s.
Wow.
Those were the singles back then.
Mm-hmm.
The 45, they would send them out as singles.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I recorded, and that year I recorded, that was the last year that they stopped doing the 45s. So yeah, man, I'm in the era of the 45. So
Wow. Wow.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was crazy.
Yeah.
Saludos amigos desde Chicago, Joe Leal. Saluditos para Joe. Saludos.
Yeah. Now, so Abel and Rebecca say that they remember when we used to download from LimeWire.
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 You got me on that one, girl.
Those were
LimeWire,
back in
like
the
I said,
day. MySpace? Did you ever have
yeah,
MySpace?
I remember
Uh-huh.
MySpace. Yeah, was that in there?
So
I
you
don't think
weren't.
so, but
So he wasn't totally disconnected from the world, guys.
yeah,
He
I
was
knew what
trying.
it was. Was I connected? I don't think so.
Awesome, 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 awesome. So we're gonna play. Let's go with the new track first before we get to the
Yeah,
video. We want to definitely shed some light on that. He's got a new song out, new single that's out doing very well for him on airwaves right now. Aunque ya no
aunque
estés
ya no,
aquí, es
aunque
aquí.
ya no estés aquí is written by these guys from. We'll hear the tune, and then we'll talk about the people that are
Behind it.
behind the scenes on this song, and not only on this song, but then my new CD that's coming up. And these guys are Chris Alba from Toluca, Mexico, and then Mario San Martini from España, and then Efrain Carlos from Mexico as well. There's someone who recorded these songs, and they wrote this song, and they're part of my group, and we'll talk about that when we come back. But here's my latest single, Aunque ya no estés aquí.
You got it right here. Tejano Time Podcast, and a big shout out that is tuned in right now, listening to us or watching us and viewing us on Tejano TV. All right. So saludos to everybody out there. Check this one out one time. Some new music from Roel Martinez. Right here.
Difícil encontrarme a solas y algún momento sin sentirme así. Varios recuerdos pintan mi memoria y todos tratan de mí. Quise encontrar tu perfume entre las olas, donde una vez contigo fui feliz. Y hasta la arena se sabe la historia de lo que hiciste de mí. Me queda claro ya, no hay nada más que hacer, no busco regresar, solo quiero entender esas ganas que me matan de decirte amor, que me acompaña siempre tu recuerdo, en este viaje juntos por el tiempo, y ahora caigo en cuenta que aún te quiero, aunque ya no estés aquí, que me acompaña siempre tu recuerdo, en este viaje juntos por el tiempo, y ahora caigo en cuenta que aún te quiero, aunque ya no estés aquí. Me queda claro ya, no hay nada más que hacer, no busco regresar, solo quiero entender esas ganas que me matan de decirte amor, que me acompaña siempre tu recuerdo, en este viaje juntos por el tiempo, y ahora caigo en cuenta que aún te quiero, aunque ya no estés aquí, que me acompaña siempre tu recuerdo, en este viaje juntos por el tiempo, y ahora caigo en cuenta que aún te quiero, aunque ya no estés aquí, aunque ya no estés aquí.
There you have it right there. That is a brand new track right there from Roel Martinez. That is right.
Brand
It
new
is
music. Brand new music.
stuff.
Just came out. Just came out. It's brand new stuff out of the oven.
Yes, and everybody's
Brand-
out there just checking it out right now. It's tuned in. Great song.
Yeah,
Someone
it's-
says there.
it's- Thank you so much. It's on all digital platforms. It's on iTunes, Spotify. You know, help me out there. Give it a
So,
like. Hope you like it.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, and go out there and add it to your playlist, guys. If you're out there and you tuned in and you like the song, add it to your playlist. Like you said, it's available on all digital platforms out there to stream. You can search it on your favorite platform. Now, are you going to be doing a video for this current track right now?
We should be doing a video for it, and hopefully, actually, we should be working on it really soon. I'm going to be pretty busy coming up because I gotta, finish the rest of the album. On this tune, Miguel Hernandez, of course, did produce this tune. I'm doing 8 songs on this one.
Okay.
On this CD, it's gonna be entitled "Más que Ayer," and on this CD, it's the first time I do this, but I got 2 producers working on this CD. I got Miguel Hernandez, of course, and then Juan Trevino joined in as well. So that was an awesome joining our team from Roel Martinez. This is a team that I've never had before in my career, and when I say that is the team that I have right now, it's people that work behind behind the scenes that are working, that have faith in Roel, that
Mm-hmm.
that they're putting their talent and their work to help me out and to do something. Like I said, I've never had a team like I have right now, and this team, like I said, is consists, you know, you know, there's a lot of people that are in my team now, man, including myself. I got Miguel Hernandez, we got Aaron Holler, we got Chris from Toluca, we got Mario from España, he's from Spain. We got, of course, Joe Almaguer, Fer Wong from Monterrey, Myra D from the Valley, and of course now Nancy Espinosa, who's going to be doing my bookings and managerial jobs. Like I just promoted her to manager last week or a couple of days ago. But yeah, I mean,
She told you to take a back seat, huh?
yeah, she go. I told her, I talked to this guy. He want us to. It was like, well, I don't want you to talk to nobody else no more. I said,
Right.
you give me all the info, and that's what I'm here for. And that's what I'm here for you. And I said, okay, Nancy, sorry about that, but I'll give you all information. So now they take me something, I'd give her, what? Hey, Nancy, I'm going to pass you this number. They called me from over here. They messaged me through Messenger and stuff like that. But sometimes we need that. It looks more professional, or
Mm-hmm. You have
so,
a team behind you.
Having a team like that behind me, and and having these people from other parts of the world, like España and Mexico now, and here in the United States, it's something that's really overwhelming, man. Because I mean, like I said, I never had it before, and now that I do, it's like those guys are, they just have a lot of faith in me, man, and it's something that. Throughout my career, Keith, I've had people like, what, I'll help you. What do you need? I'll help you on this, and I'll help you this. I can do this for you, and I can do this for you, and all this. And all they will do is, bring my hopes up high, and at the time of, grinding, no answers.
Right.
And it's like, it's, so it's like, I got to a point and I said, you know what? I'm going to start believing when it starts happening,
Mm-hmm.
I'll start, getting my hopes up when it starts happening. And right now things are happening, but I'm just taking it step by step, day by day until it starts,
planning
planning
together.
out like the way it is. And and it is, man, it's working out really good. All these, the guys that I have, behind me and working for me and stuff like that. So I'm appreciative to all the people that I just mentioned to you, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And speaking of one of them, Mr. Miguel Hernandez
is
tuned in right there. Saludos, brothers.
Saludos para Miguel.
Says, not just because I work with him, but Roel is the best male entertainer in the business.
He always tells me that, man. And I say it's about having fun. I guess I'm a little hyper when it comes to that, because I'm always joking around and messing around and dancing and all. Like, man, how do you get all that energy, man? I said, just the way I am, man. It's just, it's about having fun.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about that, man. As long as you
and Miguel helps me. Miguel helps me out live. When I play live, if I'm using my bajo, he plays guitar. It's like when he doesn't play, I get mad, and
I guess that's why he's saying that you're the best male entertainer in the business, huh? So, no, I'm just a big shout out to Miguel. Thank you so much, my brother, for tuning into the show here.
We'll see him. We'll see him this Sunday anyway in San Antonio. We'll be playing at the Aqueducts, I think, in San Antonio.
San Antonio.
So yeah, it's from 4 to 7. We'll be in San Antonio in Aqueduct. So hopefully you can join me if you're from San Antonio area close by. Check us out this Sunday.
There you go. Everybody that's tuned in out there, don't forget about that, man. You can always go back and check out this podcast as well and get that information right there. So we'll get all that scoop here before you sign off here, but we're going to get another quick video in there before we wrap things up right here on Tejano Time. My guest tonight, Roel Martinez, okay? The new track you just heard, it's available on all digital platforms. Go out there and stream it. Let me flash that banner up right quick here, guys, so that way you guys can you know the song. You can the picture, the photo, and all that's going to pop up there on your streaming services right there. Aunque ya no estés aquí. Okay, so that's the name of the tune. That's his new track that's out and about right now on all streaming platforms. So go out there and get it. So right now, we got a video here from one of his older songs, which was a great song, great hit that did very well for him as well. Rayito de Luz did very well for this guy right here. That song is still being played right now on radio across the state of Texas and everywhere else that plays it. So yeah.
Yes, it has, man. I mean, like I said, this song that I've had, I had this song, and I always talk about this song because it's something that I always talk about it because it's written by Mr. Humberto Beto Ramon, and he gave me this song back in 91, 92. Back in the day when he had just written the song, bro. And I remember I went to his house and he had a cassette player. He goes, you know what? Let me add this song. I just finished it right now, and he let me record it because he just literally he had barely finished it. Finishing the song, and he press record and play at the cassette recorder, and he started Roberto Ramon con Rayito de Luz, and he started singing the song, bro. And I had that song, and he finished it. And you can hear him because he stops because he's like, quiero ser el rayito, and he would start again. And then he messed up and he would stop and then he would start again, because he had just finished writing the song, So that cassette, I had it for years, man. I had it for years. And back in the day, I didn't record it because, the record companies back then, they would tell you what to record, like you're going to record this song, you're going to record this song, and this one. So I never had the chance to get those songs, for them to hear because they would tell you what to record. And that stayed in my box that I have. I have a box, man, full of cassettes of different songwriters that they would send me cassettes of songs. Then before I recorded the Rayito de Luz, I was looking for songs. So I said, you know what, let me go to my box that I've had for years, bro. I'm talking about early 90s, bro. So I got the box and I started putting all the cassettes one by one, going through all the songs again. I was like, yeah, I remember this one. And I went through all the cassettes, brother. And the last cassette that was on the very bottom said Beto Ramon. I said, oh shit, Beto Ramon. So I got this cassette, put it, and started from the very top. First song was like, Boy Pulido recorded this song. And the next I would forward it, start the next one. Jimmy Gonzalez recorded this one. So they were all recorded until the last song. When he's recording it, you could hear him, playing the guitar. I was like, oh shit. He started singing, and quisiera ser tu cama para que tu cuerpo descanse en mí. And I was like, oh shit. I finished the song. I got into YouTube, put Rayito de Luz. There was some other Rayito de Luz, like, hey, they recorded, boom, play. Oh, it's not that one. And then I didn't see anything else. And I said, Jesus Christ! But you know what? Let me try and get a hold of Beto Ramon. I didn't have his number, so it took me a while to get his number until I got it. And when I called him, I said, hey, Beto, habla Roel from Laredo. Hey, mijo, ¿cómo estás? How you doing? And all that stuff. And they were like, hey, man, I'm going to record one of your songs. They go, which one? And he go, and I said, Rayito de Luz. He goes, oh, are you sure it's mine? They go, yeah, I have it in your cassette, man. So I told him the story. He goes, sing it to me. So I started singing the song. Quisiera ser tu cama. Still didn't remember it because they didn't have the lyrics. He didn't have anything. I was the only one who had the cassette. He didn't, the lyrics. The lyrics he probably had them, but since then, I mean, I guess he, threw them or something. But I was the only one who had that song. And he goes, well, send me the cassette. And I said, no, I'm not gonna send it to you. I'm gonna record the song first, and then I'll send you the cassette. He goes, no, go ahead, mijo. You know what? I mean, I always charge people to, for when I give away songs, I charge them a fee to get something, at least something in return before But in this case, Roel, since you were honest and real humble and told me it was my song, because you could have easily stolen that song and put your name on it, because I didn't know it, and I said, well, I'm not that type of person. You know, this is your song.
Right.
That's the reason I'm calling you, because I'm letting you know that I'm recorded. It's a beautiful song, and I'm just glad that I found the cassette. I said, man, as soon as you finish it, send me a copy, man. Send me the song. So we finished the song with Miguel, and I sent it to him. He called me right back, like not even 5 minutes, bro. He called me back. Oh, mijo, no, hombre. It's a beautiful song, Te Aventaste, man. I'm just glad you found the cassette. Si no, esa canción nunca se hubiera ido, you know, hubiera sido perdida. And like, well, I'm glad I found it, man. And it was a number one hit for, I don't know, about 7-8 weeks in K Alamo, and you know, it in some other places as well. Yeah. So it was a real good hit for me, and they still play that song. And for me, it's one of my favorite songs that I love to sing live, man. It's one of my favorite songs. Rayito de Luz. And of course, we did this video in San Antonio with Ryan Basan.
Ryan Basan. There you go. Yeah. So those of you out there that have not heard the finished product, I'm sure you have, guys. I'm sure you heard it. It'll ring a bell once you start hearing it. Once you check out the video or you hear the song, you'll recognize it. It's some good stuff right here from Roel Martinez. Again, it's still being played today, you know. Yeah. So big shout out to everybody out there that's tuned in Tejano TV land. Also, everybody over on our YouTube channel, Facebook, all our platforms out there. Thank you so much for tuning in here to the Tejano Time Podcast. And we're going to be right back here with Mr. Roel Martinez right after this video. So check it out, and we'll be right back, guys. All right.
Quisiera ser tu cama para que tu cuerpo descanse en mí. Quisiera ser tu almohada
There
you
you
have
go.
it, guys. That is it right there, man. That is, again, that's a great jam that's still being played, ladies and gentlemen. Roel Martinez.
Thank you,
Good
man.
stuff.
Appreciate
Good
it.
stuff.
Gracias.
No
Yeah,
problem.
still doing noise for me, man. So that's awesome. They still keep on spinning that song, and as long as they keep on spinning it, it's okay in my books.
Hell yeah. That's right. So we want to send a big shout out before we wrap things up here to Lupe Longoria Munoz. It says here, saludos, Keith and Roel from Lupe and Sunflower Rodriguez from hottejano.com.
Hot
Big shout
Tejano.
out. Yes.
I'll see them. Not see it, but I'll be doing their radio show in the morning on Thursday. So
Good deal.
yeah. Sunflower.
Awesome.
So Sunflower, she still has to practice on her R's. I always make fun of her because I say it's Roel, and she's like
Roel.
yeah, and she's like it's like a motorcycle, man. So I always make fun of her, man. I was talking to them in the morning because I was listening to their show in the morning. It's like, don't forget the R's, Sunflower. She's like, I think I'm gonna feel like kind of sick on Thursday. She's like,
Right. Call in. She ain't going to be there.
yeah.
I think she'll do very well. Miguelito eso says, Ratito de Luz is such a great song.
Ratito. A ratito te hablo.
That's right. So everybody that's tuned in tonight, thank you so much. My guest tonight here for the very first time here on the Tejano Time Podcast, Mr. Roel from Laredo, Texas.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
it. Appreciate you taking the time to join me here on the show tonight.
Of
Had
course.
fun. Had a great interview here. Always looking forward to the next as well. So
Gracias. Thank you. So once again, I want to thank you, Keith, for having me. And I know you have a bunch of artists all the time, guys. I see you and you just doing great things for La Onda, man, and for all the artists and all the groups out there. Thank you so much for all you do, and for spreading our music and keep La Onda moving, man. I want to thank you on behalf of myself and the guys. On behalf of Roel Martinez, you can listen to me on all digital platforms. Social media, Roel Martinez Music, Instagram, TikTok, all that. You can, hook me up through if you don't have my number or anything like that, you can, look at me through look up on Facebook, and you can find me there, man. That's how they usually, that's a good thing about social media now. That if you don't have their number, look at it. All you got to do is look them up in social media, on Facebook or whatever, and you'll find them, and you'll get a hold of them. So anytime you want to try and get a hold of me, you can do so through my social media platforms and all that stuff. Roel Martinez Music.
There you go. And a big shout out to Cielo Entertainment también for making it possible tonight as well.
Exactly.
Again, so be on the lookout for his
thank you.
new. You got the track out, your new song out right now, but you're working on some more stuff.
New single is entitled "Aunque Ya No Estés Aquí," and my new CD, which will be out in May, late May. Okay. It'll be entitled "Más que Ayer." And like I said, because that's all the people that are behind it, like Miguel, Aaron Holler, of course, Chris Alba, Mario San Martini, Ray De Leon, all the people that are behind me, Joel Maguer, Fred Wong, Myra D, Nancy Espinosa. Thank you so much for what you do for me, and hopefully we'll have a good year this year, man.
There you go. And we wish you continued success, Roel. We're looking forward to the next as well, and hopefully we'll see you very, very soon out there on a stage somewhere out in the state of Texas.
I'll be in San Antonio this Sunday. I'll be in San Antonio this Sunday in Aqueducts, and then we'll be in Midland April 27th at the Lady of Guadalupe Festival. So so we'll be up there in Midland area. So April 27th, and of course this coming Sunday on the 14th. We'll be in San Antonio Aqueducts from 4 to 7. So hopefully you can check us out. Go check us out.
There you go. And if you're out there, follow his Facebook page as well, guys. So he'll keep you updated as well on other upcoming shows as well in the future as well. So be on the lookout for that as well. Again, thank you so much, Roel.
Thanks
Until
so
next
much,
time.
man. Gracias, man. We'll see you. Good night. Have a good one. Fuerte abrazo.
Igualmente.